Sonic Mania is really good. I'm like totally blown away and surprised, but not really. Look, everyone starts their videos and their articles and reviews saying that Sonic has been terrible forever. And honestly, I wouldn't say that. I would just say that the games weren't really for me. I skipped most of them. I started off playing Sonic in the Sega Genesis era. Sonic 1, 2, and 3 were my absolute jams. But then later on, I hopped into the 3D stuff with Dreamcast and here and there. But Sonic I grew out of it, I guess. I understand Sonic still has a huge fandom, but for me, I was a fan of the originals, and nothing really jived with me. I didn't want to play as Sonic as a werewolf. I didn't want to play as that edgelord. I just wanted to return to form. Sonic 4 came close. It wasn't perfect, but Sonic Mania is a return to form, and it's a freaking gift from God. I absolutely love it, man. I've been playing it on my Switch, and I do really love that convenience factor, that added portability, and just being able to play Sonic wherever. And the whole thing is just a great package. It's cheap, it's affordable, it's got a good amount of content, and it's you will play it over and over again. Some of it is due to nostalgia, I will say that, but there is really strong design here that I think circumvents that. It goes over that, where it doesn't just rely on nostalgia factor. It kind of actually preys on your nostalgia and expectations in interesting ways. Starting off right from the beginning, the Green Hill Zone is immediately exactly what you'd expect. It's like the first level in the original Super Mario Brothers. You know what you're doing, you're cruising right through it, and then suddenly it starts to change, and then things start to get way more wild. And by the second area of Green Hill Zone, it is absolutely a shit show. And then from there, it just keeps going and keeps going, because basically it's Sonic with way more verticality and way more design and emphasis on exploration. Now, Sonic, everybody plays it differently. Some people like to fly through as fast as possible. Some people do like to stop and explore, collect every ring. I don't fucking know. I don't consult other people who play Sonic. I just play Sonic. And here, it really does emphasize exploration, because there's so much more to do. There's so many different routes to discover. And since there is so much variety, it does really make it nice when you want to play through as Knuckles or Tails, because you have so much more variety and different ways to tackle a level. It's not super challenging. It's not always ultra hard until you get towards the end, but there is still the classic stuff. Chemical Plant Zone is still a complete pain in the ass, but you get so much more here. Not to mention the fact that I just mentioned you can play as Knuckles and Tails, or Sonic and Tails together, but you do get 12 zones here, 4 of which are completely new and original. But even the 12 zones from the original games are essentially redos. They're remixes of them, and they make every single one so much more exciting. Like I said, the fact that you go into it knowing what to expect, and by the end, it's a complete chaotic thing unlike anything you thought you would play in Sonic, is just what makes it so much fun. It's just this new sense of discovery that I thought was so valuable, just from the level design, which is so intense and creative and just so complex that it's almost like a freaking miracle. But also some of the music. The music changes. There's new music here and there. There's remixed music, and it's exciting. It's really good. And I know there's been some decent, more modern Sonic games here and there, like Sonic Heroes and Sonic Generations, were interesting games. I really liked Sonic Generations, but this game, Sonic Mania, has me so excited for Sonic again. I never thought I would become this giant Sonic fanboy again, and here I am. I've been playing this game nonstop, especially because you could beat it, and you're going to want to go back and play it again, because the levels are so intense and huge that you're never going to have the same playthrough twice, and I do really like that. Some of the stuff looks incredible. New stuff like Studiopolis is incredible. Press Garden is new and crazy and really weird, and it all kind of subverts your expectations of Sonic. Same goes for the bosses. There's new bosses that you're like, wow, I can't believe they did that. And then they also take original bosses, but with a new spin on it. And I really appreciate it. There's even Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine in there, which is kind of just Puyo, but it was really nice to see it in there. All the bonus stuff, actually, even the 3D stuff is there. Whether you love it or hate it from the old games, it's there to play. And for 20 bucks, I really don't think you can go wrong. You get the main mode, Mania mode. You also get a time attack mode and some versus mode stuff, but the main event here is Mania mode, and there's a lot there. I'd love to see some support, more zones added later on, but it's good stuff. I can't recommend this game enough. For 20 bucks, you really can't go wrong. Maybe you're not a Sonic the Hedgehog fan. A lot of people just think Sonic is trash, but I do enjoy it quite a bit, and it's not just nostalgia clouding my lenses because I'm old and cynical now, and I picked it up and played it, and yes, I still think Sonic is a good, high-speed, fast-paced platformer. It's always been difficult to explain why I like the original Sonic games as platformers. I guess it's just how fast they are, but with how Sonic Mania is impeccably designed, now it's easier to say why I love Sonic so much. It's because the speed and the way the levels work within that and the mechanics, it's good stuff. I don't know, it's really basic, it's cut and dry. I don't have a lot else to say about Sonic Mania other than that I think you should play it. Seriously. So let's talk in the comments, because, you know, this is a conversation. If you have been playing Sonic Mania, let's talk. If you are a diehard Sonic fan, every single one, even Sonic when he kisses a lady, or when he becomes a hedgehog and Sonic Boom, whatever. If you're one of those hardcore Sonic fans, I want to know what you're thinking here. Is there some things that let you down? But if you're just a regular Sonic fan like me, what are you thinking? Maybe you're not a Sonic fan at all. What's your perspective? Is this something you want to jump into? Do you think this could make you a Sonic fan? Did it make you a Sonic fan? Let's talk about any of this stuff down in the comments. I'll be down there talking to you guys. You know how this works. If you got anything else for me, though, hit me up on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Jake Baldino. But thank you for coming around here and listening to me ramble for a minute. I'm Jake Baldino. You can subscribe because video games.